Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just a real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today is Monday. You ever hear that term, tears of pain and tears of joy? I've heard it. Well, today's topic is crying a healthy behavior. Let's talk about crying. Maybe yes, maybe no, as far as it being healthy. Recently, there's been a study, excellent article on crying. We all cry. It's one of the first behaviors we express as infants to get someone to notice us by attending to our needs and offering comfort. Certainly, crying often happens when we feel physical pain. Beyond infancy, we cry out of frustration when we are either incapable or prevented from getting what we want, as in the case of a child who wants to eat more cookies, but who can't reach the cookie jar, or whose parents take away the bag of cookies. As we grow older, we cry for other reasons, which encompasses both negative and positive experiences. It rubs both ways truly. With increasing age, we start to develop interpersonal relationships and derive feelings generated from them. Our interactions with others impact how we feel in general, and more specifically, about ourselves. Interpersonal relationships have the effect of producing crying behavior when there is a loss related to that relationship. For instance, God forbid the death of a loved one. God forbid a divorce. God forbid a breakup. Crying is a behavioral response to sadness, as well as other possible emotions such as loneliness, rejection, or abandonment. We all cry for different reasons and at different times. Throughout adulthood, a single emotion is unlikely to stimulate crying behavior. There's usually a set of emotions present. Think about ourselves and what we go through and when we cry. I cry. For example, feeling helpless elicits tears when an individual is also feeling anger, fear, or sadness. Tears may be a reflection of one's inability to cope with a situation. Tears are shed not only for our own benefit, but also on benefit or behalf of others. This reflects our own psychological, psychosocial, and moral development. When we watch a movie about a mother sacrificing her life to save her child, or hear a story about an impaired person being wrongly convicted of a crime and punished, we may well generate empathetic tears, they're called. We feel for the pained individual. These situations stimulate our empathetic responses of care and sympathy. We're human. It happens. Well, we may also cry when we hurt others. By doing so, we're displaying our feelings of regret in response to our moral compass of how we should treat people. Tears do not always stem from unhappy or painful circumstances. There can be tears of joy, both for ourselves and others, or of relief. The student who desperately needs to pass an exam and then achieves an A, or the parent who hears that his child's operation is a success. You're crying. You're crying tears of joy, of elation. Tears of joy may also appear out of sheer jubilation or gratifying events that give meaning to a person's life. Think about it. A young dancer who dreamed of appearing on the stage and then is selected for the cast of a Broadway musical after many rounds of auditions, or the mother of a son who informs her that she will soon be a grandmother. Tears of joy can be expressed when we share in the happiness of others. We've all heard about people who always cry at weddings. And when hearing about the birth of a child, once again, crying is a way which we express our empathetic connection to others when they're celebrating such wonderful occasions, which may also elicit our own personal joyful memories. Think about it. Even a work of art, a painting, a dance, a movie, can also produce tears stimulated by beauty and appreciation. It should also be noted that there are other situations in which one may cry not out of joy or pain, but as an intentional, disingenuous display of upset or remorse. Such actors aim to use their tears to achieve a desired response from others. That is, their intention is to manipulate others for their own personal gain. Not nice. There are beneficial qualities to crying, even in cases of genuine pain. Crying allows people to release their feelings and hopefully achieve relief or satisfaction. It also sensitizes others to the individual's emotional condition and encourages their support. Moreover, crying has a physiological effect on the body, such as releasing neurochemical substances that can improve mood. So it's a true catharsis when you cry. When people shed tears out of pain or joy, crying is an emotional response to a psychological condition. Its importance cannot be minimized in these situations. It may reflect normal psychological function. It also may be a symptom of a serious illness, such as depression, for which professional treatment should always be sought. You see, what happens when you cry, okay, is it's not always under your control, but there's a sacredness in tears. Think about it. They're not the mark of weakness. They're the mark of power. They speak more eloquently than 10,000 tongues wagging. They are messengers of overwhelming grief, deep contrition, and of unspeakable love. Boy, I got to tell you, tears of pain, tears of joy. Isn't that something? Everybody can relate to that one. Everybody can relate to that one. Why do you cry? That should be the question to the group. Why do you cry? Everyone does it. Why do you cry? Well, let's have a dab of Trinity Gold Distillate today in our Puffco Peak Pro and think about it. If you enjoyed today's discussion about crying, subscribe to my channel, please. Send me your comments, please. I reply to every one of them. This is the Real Senior Stoner, and we're turning on green temperature here in our Puffco Peak Pro, and we're going to have our dab of the day. Hope everybody has a great start to their week. Let's limit our pain and accomplish our goals. How's that for a Monday mantra? Limit our pain and accomplish our goals. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. You all have a great day out there, and thanks for watching. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.